That first one ain't too bad for me. It's the second one. As long as you don't tighten that down.
Yeah, that's. I turned your drill down because I kept spinning very just a little bit.
Hey folks, Gil here with Time Woodcroft. One of our big projects we've been doing this weekend, we had a long weekend. My wife was able to take yesterday, Martin Luther King Day, off. One of the things we've been doing is we're doing a third hoop coop because we've got little birds and there's not enough room in the existing coops for the number of birds we're expanding to. We've gotten some of the work done and you'll see pictures of it in this video. Some still photos, but I'm going to be trying to do some more work today. Another thing that's complicated this a little bit, especially for me, is I'm needing to get to a chiropractor. My sciatic nerve is just, I mean, I can get out and move around some, but doing some of the stuff that I need to do, you know, squatting down, bending over, all of that, it's really getting to me. So you know, it's just another one of the things we got to work through. It is what it is. It's life. I'm not trying to whine. But anyway, I'll go ahead and get set up here, and we will show you some of the stuff we're doing today. I'm not sure how far I'll get, but we will see what we can get done. Catch you on the flip side. Okay, I thought I'd start out first by showing you what we have done, and this will probably give you an opportunity to see what I was talking about in the first video about how this stuff isn't exacting. These coops set on a slope, and that doesn't help anything. Anybody with an eye can see those, especially those back uprights. They're nowhere near what they ought to be. I actually made the mistake of, well, I don't know what happened there, to be quite honest with you, but they're definitely off. Part of it was using a level to get them level up and down without taking into account the fact that we're on a slope. The other is just getting these cattle panels here to fit down to the tops of these. Now, essentially to cut these and get them right, we just held them up there and marked them with pencil and then cut them. I don't have a cordless skill saw, so circular saw. So we have to measure a lot of stuff up here and then go down to the house and cut it because we don't have electricity up here yet. Anyway, what we got done, this frame, the bottom frame part with the field fence on it, has been built for several months now, and we've just not gotten around to finishing this one up. And then we just went and got 16-foot cattle panels like you see here, and you bend them to fit inside the frame. Now what we're using to fasten them to the wood is this stuff here. Oh man, it is so handy. It's for hanging like pipe and such. It comes in well, this is a 100-foot roll, and you can cut it into little strips, which I'll show you here in just a second. And right here is the way that we actually fasten them to the boards, and I bring them up. These are 2x6s that we used on these bottom frames. I bring them up 3 or 4 inches because I'm 6 feet tall, and if you flush these down to the ground, it makes it a little uncomfortable for me to get in here. The other thing we're doing, a lot of people put stuff like this, the chicken wire, on the outside of them to keep predators from going through these big holes that you can see in the field fence. We use, or in the cattle panels, we use this field fence. The reason we do that is we have a big raccoon problem, as I've mentioned, and I will fasten those at the bottom with those same straps. We came up yesterday, we got all these uprights done and the bracing for them, and we put 3 pieces of field fence, and right now it's just laying on the cattle panels, and I've got to get it fastened down. Because we also do the ends. That's how we seal in the ends, is just field fence. It's a little bit of a tedious process. I can have almost everything done but the door. Now, one thing we're going to do different on this one, to prepare it, and we want to go back and do this on these others, because we're not sure how long we're going to be using them before we get our regular house built, is we're going to go all around the outside on the bottom with 1-inch chicken wire. What that 1-inch chicken wire is for, this field fence is to keep the predators out here. The chicken wire is, as you can see in here, we've got smaller Delawares mixed in with the adults. Now these guys can't, just a week ago they could, because they did, and we lost a couple. They can't get out of this field fence. But the smaller ones that we have, they can squeeze through that, hard as it can be to believe. So our aim is to do this one at the outset, and we'll run chicken wire around the bottom, and it's 4-foot tall chicken wire around the bottom, and that'll prevent the little ones from getting out, because we intend to have little ones in the future as well. And we'll go back maybe this summer, after we can take some of this plastic off, we'll come back and we'll do these coops that way as well. So now you know a little bit about what I'm about to do. Once we get all the wire in place, we'll still cover it with a tarp. This one will get the plastic on the end. The new one will get the plastic on the end like this one has. Do this once again. I've got my materials out that all that I think I'm going to need for this. You guys can watch me do a little bit of this and see how we do it. I wanted to give you a little heads up there on this galvanized hanger we cut it into little strips, small straps, and the way this stuff's made, it has alternating size holes, as you can see right here. Now the reason sometimes it looked like I was using pliers is because I was. These, where you've got a big hole on each end, they're no big deal. But these, I'm putting the screws through these holes on each end. Now, I've had my finger sliced open by those things, so I use this. This is not a sponsored thing at all, but I do want to talk about this. This is a Gerber Truss multi-tool. This has been one of the handiest items that I've carried around with me. I can carry around with a little sheath on my belt. It's got the pliers, it's got 2 different knives, screwdriver tips, all, even a little measuring device on it. And they're about $40 on Amazon. Now, if you like the Leatherman, that's fine, but these are about half the price. So far, it's been a really good quality tool. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. If you want to use this galvanized strapping, put screws through those holes right there are simply not big enough. 4 screws like these are, and it will try to rip out of your hand. And once you've cut, you've got some sharp corners here. They will, if you're just holding them with your hand, that back corner, it'll try to pull that strap out, and that back corner will cut you. So anyway, as you can see, I just got through. I've got the outside fence wire on. Now I'm going to try to go ahead and do the ends. I think I'll show you a little something here right quick first though. We're running a little low on this fence wire. We need to get this done as soon as possible, and finances aren't going to let us buy another roll. These 2 pieces of fencing wire, they're the same thing, exact same thing. They were on the bottom and top, respectively, of our first chicken tractor, which didn't last but through 1 batch of chicken. We built it out of 1x2s. Again, I'm not a knowledgeable carpenter. I didn't know that when you use 1x2 lathing like that, you need to pre-drill the hole. So every time you put a screw in, those of you who aren't wise to the ways of carpentry. When you put a screw into that stuff, it'll split it. So you need to pre-drill the hole. Get you a drill bit that's roughly the size of the screw, pre-drill every hole, and they'll go together fine. But because we didn't do that, that tractor came apart, and since we're short, we need to get this coop done, and we need to get the chickens moved into it. We're going to go ahead and use everything there that I can. I do have a couple of other little pieces of scrap, but I'm not sure they're going to be big enough. This stuff being 4 foot tall, I'll start it here, but it's only going to come up roughly about here from there. So that's going to leave me this gap, and a few little scrap pieces I've got left over won't do it. But I think with what's in that roll and those 2 pieces there, I should be able to get pretty much everything done. Maybe put the tarp on today. That will leave getting the door done with a brace above it across here. So let me get to work on that. Just so you know, that cut the make right here, the wire, because of the way I'm having to bend it around the side, the wire wants to loop out. So if I make that cut, you've noticed as I've gone along and done it, I've waited till I got up here to see just about where it wanted to loop out. If you cut that, it lets it overlap. Well, that's pretty much it. I'll go ahead, I'll use the straps like I did down here at the bottom to secure this to the door frame all the way up, and then I'm going to cut, probably here will be plenty, maybe here, probably here. I'll cut here and down, and that'll open my door back up, and hopefully I've got enough scrap left when I build the door that I can cover it as well. I think I can get there. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. We'll update you on it. Probably there may be more to this. I'm going to finish this up and I'll be done for the day probably. The left will be the plastic, the door, and the tarp. So my wife's kind of in charge of deciding how these videos work, so that may be a separate video later. Or this may all end up in one video. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell everybody you know about us. Thanks.